Hi everybody, SpaceX just conducted a successful static fire test of Booster 9 with a full duration of between 4 to 6 seconds. It looks like all 33 engines were fired, but we'll have to wait for official confirmation from SpaceX. So in this video I want to show you a couple of noticeable differences between the static fire test that was performed by Booster 7 earlier this year and the latest static fire test of Booster 9. We'll begin with the biggest and most obvious difference, which is the color of the cloud and the velocity with which it expands sideways. This has to do with the presence of the new water-cooled flame deflection steel plate underneath the orbital launch mount that shoots water upwards at an angle with an extremely high pressure to be able to counteract the equally extreme pressure coming out of the bottom of the booster. Water meets hell and gets instantly evaporated and pushed to the sides. This translates into a white cloud of water vapor that contains very little dust and debris. This is a clear contrast to what we were used to seeing during the static fire tests of Booster 7, where only dust and sand were being kicked up by the rocket exhaust. At the time, there was nothing resembling a water-cooled steel plate, just a good old flat concrete surface that was prone to cracking under pressure. This was especially true during the first orbital test flight, where not only was a great deal of dust and sand blown away from the concrete surface, but the concrete itself cracked under the pressure and gave way to an unrequested excavation that could have ended a lot worse for both the rocket and the launch pad, but luckily didn't. Next we'll have a closer look at the tower angle, where I want you to pay attention to a couple of things. First, notice how the presence of water greatly reduces the brightness of the flames, which allows us to see in much more detail what the immediate vicinity of the launch mount looks like during the firing event. It's also a good thing that the water vapor is instantly pushed to the sides so that it does not cloud the visibility. Now the next thing I want you to notice is the difference in the surrounding air after the engines are shut down on both boosters. Did you see how after shutting down Booster 7 there were still flames in the air, finishing off any lingering traces of unburned fuel? This is absolutely not the case once Booster 9 shuts down its engines thanks to the water mixing up with the rocket exhaust and carrying everything away. So when will Starship launch again? You may wonder. Well, the last clue we've got is a launch notice for approximately September the 8th, alerting any mariners operating offshore in waters east of Brownsville, Texas. So it seems to be happening rather sooner than later, maybe even in a couple of weeks. So stay alert. And with that, I want to thank you for putting up with me, and I'll see you soon again. Have a nice day wherever you are. Take care. Bye bye.